I'm going to put this in the highlight reel. I don't remember if I put the rest of it in the highlight reel. In fact, I meant to check. I'm just going to check right now. Hang on, future me. Just hang on. Hang on. Probably shouldn't be running Premiere while doing all this, but whatever. Okay. So, to really explain all this, because I did my friggin' research on this, I needed to have a certain level of stealth in order to be able to progress through the game. I needed to steal the chest. You saw me die earlier in the montage of deaths to the drum. Cool. So I need to raise stealth. What you probably didn't see in the highlight reel is how much time I spent running around while stealthed, trying and failing to raise stealth. In the previous game, which granted was a fan remake, if I would run through the alleyways of the city over and over and over, my stealth would go up, and that's actually why it was as high as it was. But that wasn't working here. I would roam through essentially an entire city and get a grand total of maybe 2 points of stealth, and that's it. So that wasn't cutting it. Okay? So I was told by chat, I believe Time Lost specifically, to go do it outside, which was getting me stealth gains, but at an extremely inconsistent rate. And I kept running into the issue of the fact that my character would run out of, like, stamina, essentially, and keep getting into encounters. And so the entire process was made even worse than usual because, and I know this sounds strange, I had to sit here and do it manually. Now, if you don't understand the point of how aggravating that is, it meant that I couldn't grind while doing anything else. I couldn't get any work done. I couldn't write. I couldn't do any editing. Couldn't get timestamps. I could do nothing but maybe watch some random video while sitting there grinding. So I did a little bit of a deep dive on how this is working here. And obviously this is a negative, but it already is a negative. Here's the really messed up part. I'm going to show how this works to you, okay? This is ridiculous. Because if you'll notice my inventory, you'll notice I have the chest there, or the drum. I keep calling it chest. I have the drum. We did it. We got the drum. Allow me to show you how I ended up raising my stealth high enough to do this. So the first thing I did was I got a subscription from Alex Korbianiki, without which I never would have actually been able to successfully get the drum. Yep. Blah, blah, blah. Give me food, please. Yeah, future me, cut this part out. Thank you, Alex. I will jot that down for Arceus. I mean, you can check yourself, Latario, but I'm pretty sure the answer is no. I suppose I could stop stealthing since it's not doing anything. Just regular walking. There we go. No, Elizar. Actors are just people, and I'm not really enthused about meeting any of them. Besides, I've already met Will Wheaton. I've already peeked, right? Okay, so near as I can tell, stealth is only used for one thing in this particular game, and it's the thing I need. Okay, so we're going to go into stealth. Okay. Now we're going to turn the speed all the way to minimum. Okay. We're going to roam out here until we get a random encounter, which may take a while. And you'll notice we're moving at the snail's pace. But that's okay. This is all part of the plan. Will Wheaton. Elizar. If you don't know who that is, I got on. As you can tell, Ah, perfect. Okay, so now we have an enemy. They're after us. This is great. So now we turn the speed up to about here-ish. Now we got to play careful about this. Because what we need is we need to be going faster than them, but not too much faster. So we're going to crank it up to the max for a second, just to get some speed on them. Whoa, go, go! God damn this game. So then we're going to fail. We're going to run. We're going to go back into sneak mode. Nope, it's screwed up. Then we're going to Alt F4 the game out of sheer frustration because of how much this game has been pissing me off. Then we're going to hit play again, and we're just going to start over. We could have done this other ways, but I needed that catharsis value of Alt F4 in the game. Because screw you, game. Screw you for wasting my time with your garbage code. Fix all the settings, because all of them are wrong, again. We're not going to eat this time, we're going to go without food. Screw food. The video is actually on my channel, Elizar. One of my, Gen Con videos. I believe the last one, but don't quote me on that. Game. 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 Okay. The game is pissy at how bad it is. So, we need to be in stealth. Let's get a save out here. We'll save over frickin' finally. What's funny is when I had to do this for leveling stealth, I got this trick off first try. But of course, then I didn't have the issue with literally running into the edge of the wall and then stopping, because... Hello, DirectD. Give me 1 second. Thank you, DirectD. I will put that towards the Dragon Age block. Thank you. You're probably wondering, Lord, do you have to do this at minimum speed? Yes, we actually have to be doing this step at minimum speed. So we're just gonna roam for a minute. Get some Indiana Jones music going. Did I already turn the volume down? Yeah, I did. Okay. I mean, it is emulated, but it's DOSBox. Okay, perfect. All right, so now that's actually the worst enemy that could possibly be, but that's okay. So we're going to crank the speed up to max, and then 1 step below max right there. Actually, that's 2 steps. Okay, so we're a little bit too fast, so we need to turn that down a little bit more. Up to there. Okay, that's too slow, so now we got to turn it back up. just slightly too fast. We're losing him. I need one step down from that. Right there. I think we're good. I think we fit it. So. Oh. Okay, well, I didn't actually end up getting a T-Rex when I was doing this. So that's probably at least part of the inconsistency here. But what's happening here is a unique confluence of bugs. Because the enemy... I was just a little bit too slow. So pretend I was doing fast enough to just keep up with him forever, even though I just failed at doing exactly that. So now I gotta do this just so I can explain what the hell is going on. I was hoping to be able to explain it while it was happening, but instead I encountered the asshole enemy. This is combat in this game. So anyways, let me just try to explain what was going on there. So there's a couple of bugs that coincide here. And you started to see it, his movement speed is inaccurate, or it's not inaccurate, it's variable. But the ant is the perfect enemy for this, which is what I got the first time. So the speed of the enemy on this map is set by what this speed value is when they spawn. So if I crank this all the way to the minimum, they're moving as if the whole game is that way. But that doesn't get changed if I then crank the speed up, which increases my speed. So I slow them down, set the speed, and then stay just ahead of them. And because you have to get a certain distance from the enemy to evade combat, they just keep chasing you literally forever and can never catch you. Hang on, it gets better than this. You're probably wondering, who gives a crap? Well, the benefit here is there's a unique bug in this game. There's actually two. One is that the game, apparently, while you're in combat, while the chase music is playing, doesn't calculate things like hunger, thirst, or fatigue. So, no needing to go back to the inn periodically in order to get food or water or sleep. You just keep running forever. The second thing it calculates differently is the fact that because we are actively engaged with an actor in the game, the stealth check for raising stealth gets triggered much more frequently. Now, I haven't been able to confirm this, but I suspect that one of the reasons stealth is so hard to raise in this game is because in most of the games there are specific actors designed to check for whether or not you're sneaking past them, and that's one of the reasons why you can raise stealth just by running around in town, for example. But because this game wasn't designed that way or was bugged that way or something, it's not checking that. Now, I'm not sure about that, but I suspect that's what's happening because the rate of gain on stealth when running from a mob is way higher than anything else by a factor of almost 10. So, what I did was I set up this whole bug and ran from the ant and wandered away for half an hour to go do my morning exercises. And then came back, and lo and behold, my stealth was at whatever it is right now. I don't actually remember. 200 something. It's been raised, but it was at 200 and something. I was like, okay, let's drop a save, and go try to steal the drum. And I successfully stole the drum, and now I have the drum, and now we're done with stealth. We don't need it for the rest of the game. This is one step away from being soft lock territory, or at the very least, super grind lock territory. Because I gotta stress that slamming through, not now, time lost, I'm not in the mood. Slamming through the amount of stealthing that I would have to do in order to raise stealth normally without using multiple confluent bugs at the same time in order to get through this goddamn crap would have been arduous to the point where I would have just put the game down. I would have just said, nope, incomplete, we're done with it. If it's not obvious, I am actually pissed at all this. This is unacceptable on every level. Now, unfortunately, I can't just pile on negatives for that. Because just because a game has pissed me off does not mean it deserves negatives. However, it is fairly easy to objectively give negatives to this situation. Because this is such a wonderful screw you of situation right here. So, I am very happy for them, Zach Taft. Maybe you should go watch them instead. So I am giving 2 negatives for the skill system and the use it to level it system. The specific objective reasons why I'm doing so is because of the fact that it is extremely arduous to raise stealth and stupidly easy to raise throwing. Now, I could use other examples of that, because there are other examples of that. Honestly, raising magic is actually pretty easy. I could probably grind magic up to full with relatively little effort. Same thing with communication, as we've already shown. Honor, there's actually a way to grind honor to max with relatively little issue. Those are all super easy to raise. But then there's other things that are much, much more irritating and aggravating to raise, such as dodge, parry, and climbing, all of which have their own very specific things you can do, which don't always give skill ups for them. Now, to explain what I mean by all of this, let me drag you all the way back to Final Fantasy II. Now, in Final Fantasy II... Oh, Lux, that's another one. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out, Time Lost. Luck, and I apologize for losing my temper. I'm just really not in a mood this morning. This got to me, dude. Sorry. So, back in Final Fantasy II, I forget the full list, but there's like swords and staves and bows and fist weapons, all kind of stuff, right? There's all the different weapon types, right? But the thing is, the game doesn't have the itemization to support all these weapon types. So raising this is super easy and worth doing, but this is not. And you see why I'm bringing up this parallel. A use it to raise it system requires other conjoining systems in place to make that work. Now, to be honest, both the previous games did a better job of this. Both previous games that we've played so far did a better job of making it so that there's always options to raise all the things and push whatever it is you need to push, right? Yeah, unarmed is the best weapon in FF2. That's not a joke, by the way. Anyways. But in this case, they dropped the ball. There are some things that are too easy to raise. There's some things that are normal to raise. And then there's some things that are bonkers to raise. And that's the problem. That's the negative right there. That's the irritant. Is because of having to go through that nonsense in order to be able to progress. Or to raise. And you might say, well, it's not necessary to raise X, Y, or Z, to which I say, then why is it there? My point is, even if it wasn't something... That's true, Alex. Even if it wasn't something mandatory for this exact game, that it is incumbent upon them as game designers to support that because you put it in the game. The reason we have the phrase build yourself into a corner is because it's such a common thing, mostly in older PC RPG builds and games, where you can raise stuff that shouldn't be in the game, that they left in and didn't support or didn't design or didn't make properly. Like the weapons thing I just mentioned with FF2, which goes back to the 80s, by the way, so this isn't a new problem. So that's those two negatives. I would love to pile down other negatives on this game, but I can't, except for one thing, and that's bugs. If you've been paying attention I have just mentioned 3 separate things which I can only reasonably level through bugs. Communication, which we did the trick with the fishing vendor. Honor, which we didn't actually do, but you can do. You offer money to the dude who's been like, oh, it sucks to be me. And he says no because money's useless to him. But because the game checks for giving money to someone, not whether or not they receive it. Right? So anyways, and then there's the stealth thing. And the speed thing. And the way the which the game calculates, you know, whether or not you're being watched and whether or not the game calculates whether or not you're going to escape, and just it's bugged is what I'm trying to say. There be bugs here, yo. I mean, literally like 20 minutes ago you saw me walk out of bounds accidentally. That's a strange question, Elizar. Are RPGs easier when you don't have to cheat or check? I'm not sure which that means. And keep track of character stat points. So is an RPG easier when you don't need to cheat? Well, then the answer would be, no, that's just a badly designed RPG. But is an RPG easier when you don't have to check? I don't understand that question. What do you mean by check? I don't understand what you're asking me. An RPG where you don't see your character screen? That sounds terrible. That sounds like an old Ultima game. Where you've got a stat, but it doesn't tell you what it is. It's just there in the background. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. So, I'm going to give 2 negatives for bugs. 1 negative is for the fact that bugs exist. The other negative is for the fact that the bugs actually get in the way of the gameplay. I was going to say, old Pokemon tends to have stats that they don't tell you about. Nowadays, they tell you about EVs and IVs, but back in the day... Okay. I'm okay. Let's pile some negatives on here. Also, there's a negative... Oh, I haven't updated the HUD lately, have I? There's a negative I haven't talked about out loud, which I'm just going to do here, since I'm already kind of part of the same highlight reel thing. That's backtracking. Hey, game, could you stop playing terrible music for 5 seconds, please? Thank you. There's this backtracking problem. Now, I'm going to give you a specific example rather than the generic one. So let's say that I get to... I go to the far right, and I go to that tree. And the tree needed the water... Did it need anything else? I think it just needed the water. Yes, this is day 2, Zillow. It needed the water. But hang on, there's other stuff I need. I can't remember the full list right now. Of course I can. If you remember at the very first day I ran around town buying a bunch of stuff, well, that was because the game doesn't get a walkthroughitis negative, because the game tells you everything you need for it. But what the game usually does is it tells you that thing over here. So you go across the overworld screen, and then across the second overworld screen, and then across the third overworld screen, go all the way up here, and talk to the person, and they're like, hey, I need this. Then you go back down to here, not to the third screen, but to the second screen, get the thing, and then go back up to here to get the item, turn it in, and you get the general gist of where I'm going with this, right? How about buying the woman when we had to buy the bride? So, hey, I want a robe and a spear and all that. Okay, well, back to town. Go back to backtracking. The game will tell you what you need. So again, no walkthroughitis. But if you didn't know, then there's going to be a whole lot of going on. I don't understand that question, Elizar. I'm sorry. What do you mean by, like, I can't think of an RPG where you need to look at your stats to progress. I can't name one RPG where you have to look at your stats to progress. Like, what are you talking about? Help me out here. I am far too stupid this morning to understand that. Yeah, I like the idea of the overworld. I do. It's just, well, first of all, this is an RPG, but second of all, like, well, yeah, I needed my stealth to be a certain level, although I didn't know what level I needed my stealth to be. So all I needed to do was go raise my stealth, which meant that I just had to go raise stealth and then go try it, and then raise stealth and then go try it, which is exactly what I did. So checking the stat has nothing to do with any of that. It's not even part of the equation. Like if there was a thing, one of the things that some more modern RPGs do, I say modern, 15-year-old RPGs do. God, I'm old. Is that they'll do a thing where it'll say the skill check, like, DC blank. I'm pretty sure one of the Pathfinder games says this. I'm not sure about that exactly. Um, and I know at least, is it Baldur's Gate 3 does that? Or is it DOS 2? I'm thinking something does that where it'll actually say DC X in chat or in the dialogue thing, so you know what the check is. Fallout does that too. Fallout 3 does that as well with the speech checks. I think I've been thinking of Tyranny because it's one of those that we've played on camera. And so you have an idea of what your goal is. You know what you're going for. As opposed to trying to steal the drum and then dying instantly and being confused by it. Um, my head hurts. All right, all right. So, I might have also been thinking of Disco Elysium because we have also streamed that one. Well, yeah, like Neverwinter Nights, which led to KOTOR, which led to KOTOR 2, actually had the check in the chat log, or in the rolls log. It'll say you rolled a will save, you got a 15, the DC was a 12. But what I'm talking about is where they'll tell you up front, right? And be like, before you make the roll, it's like, here, this is what you're looking for. Thank you, Cat Horse. Always appreciate. Much obliged. I will jot that down for Riftbreaker. Okay, okay. So, apparently I haven't been updating the HUD, so I am going to jot down one gameplay positive. This is for the overall design and concepts. And story-wise, I've got so many pluses to give. Hang on, I'll type all this up later, because I don't feel like doing this at the moment. DirectD, I thought I said thank you to DirectD, but in case I didn't, thank you, DirectD. I did get that down for the Dragon Age block, and I am grateful as always. Thank you. So I'm still debating some of the story stuff. I'm actually more engaged with this story than I was the previous ones. Legitimately. I am actually pretty into the overall plot and what's going on. So that's cool. Being able to import. So, right, you brought that up earlier, and I actually paused the stream in order to go check Mass Effect, because that's where we set precedent on whether importing a save is something we were giving a positive for or not, which it is not. So and I'm okay with that idea, because while importing a save is a neat feature, and it's certainly cool, I don't think that by itself deserves its own gameplay positive, especially since, as we've already established, it's pretty bugged. And you might be thinking, how is it bugged, Lore? Well, so you see this spell over here? That's a paladin-only spell that I, as a thief, have. You now have the paladin ability to heal. With this spell, you may heal yourself or others, but it will require some of your stamina. Did not do that deliberately, by the way. There was no intent upon me to cheat or to exploit or glitch or whatever. You'll also notice we have 115 paladin skill. Multi-classing is something that's baked in. In fact, almost every speedrun guide I've ever seen has indicated that one of the things you really should do is be a thief who has magic. That is the path to go through these games, which is funny because we are currently somewhat unintentionally playing a thief with magic. But yeah, no, I agree with Zalok. It is a wash. It is a feature, and I don't feel there's anything there that really warrants it. adding to the enjoyment of the game, if that makes any sense. Having said that, something I've been debating this entire time is something I call external continuity, and this is a discussion we're going to have. Because external continuity is exactly what it sounds like, but in case I have to describe it, it's all about how much the other aspects that this work is a part of are used in this work and how those add to the enjoyment of this work. Those are both important. It has to be stuff outside the game, but it has to be stuff that actually improves the enjoyment of this game. Simply acknowledging that the previous games exist or that Star Wars exists, for example, is not good enough. It's not just, is there external continuity? How is it using the external continuity? I was paying attention to that in the second game. Wasn't really all that impressed with it. So we're going to be paying attention to that third game, and of course we're going to be paying attention for that in the fourth game as well to see how they do that. So something to be thinking about. Okay. Here, let's turn on the terrible music again really quick. And let's stop stealthing. Oh my god, okay. Hey! We figured out how to... We fixed our back! Alright, so let me pull up the walkthrough. Oh, where are we? Where are we in this nonsense? Okay. We got it. We did it. We're cool. Everything's cool. To the jungle! So just put this thing over here. I mean, it's honestly, in real life terms, having good health probably is a superpower. What's your favorite of the fours, Look, out of curiosity? I mean, I don't like using delivery grocery things anyways, so... I suppose it depends on everything. Ping to you, Flag End. Are we at max speed? Oh, we're not. Well, of course, max speed is that, so we need to not be at max speed. By the way, watching speedruns of this game is actually pretty funny. I can only watch about 4 minutes of the speedrun, though, because at that point it had caught up to me. That's always the way, isn't it? I want to watch a speedrun of this game I've been playing for 6 hours. And it's done. Fallout is an RPG, yes. So in Fallout, what you do is you gain levels. Levels give you points, and you put those points into skills. That's obviously not how this works. This is a use it to raise it system. But in a game like Fallout, you can pick the wrong stats, and you can screw up. So in another RPG, you don't have to worry about picking stats. Does that not make the game easier? No, not at all. The only real variance between the two is whether or not the game... let me walk that back. There's no real variance between the two. I mean, these are different systems, but both systems work well in a well-designed game. Final Fantasy IV and Diablo II, to use two examples of that, are both Emperor Valerian. Wait. Let me restart that over. Final Fantasy IV and Diablo II are both well-designed games. You know, neither of those are a huge issue, all things considered, regardless of the system they're using. In other words, the system they're using has nothing to do with anything. It's just different systems they're using. A good baseball team and a good football team can both do good work and can both be enjoyable to watch. All right, Valerian. Now, this is going to take 7 years for me to get my food, so I've got all kinds of time to say thank you. Thank you, Valerian. I do always appreciate. Thank you so much, Valerian. Also true, Alex. Also true. Now I gotta see. What the heck? It's taking forever to load these days. I don't know why. For Daggerfall! You got it. Let me put that towards Daggerfall. I've got a trash can right here. Yes, it's shaped like R2-D2, as it should be. Because R2-D2 is trash. So just pretend that this is the $100 that Valeria just gave me, and it's gone. All right. Any other questions? Thank you, Valerian. I will put that towards Victoria 3. Okay. Okay, what are we doing? We're going to the jungle. Let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, again, no, Eleazar. Now, a game that is badly designed, which allows for things like soft locks or builds yourself in a corner, that'll get a negative. That's what you're asking. System Shock 2 is one of my favorite examples of that, but there are plenty of games where you can build yourself in a corner, including the aforementioned FF2 or Skyrim. Yeah. Damn it, Chat Machine. Soft locked is the wrong word. No. In fact, okay, hang on. Let's get some definitions out there. So, a soft lock is a situation in which you cannot progress through the game even though the game is still functioning. This is different from a hard lock in which the game stops functioning, like it stops playing. Now, both of these suck. Obviously, a hard lock is worse than a soft lock. But it's actually semi-rare for a game to truly get into a soft lock state. However, it is much more common for you to get into a build yourself into a corner state. So what usually happens when you build yourself into a corner is you can technically get out, like you can build yourself out of the corner, but it's going to be so arduous or difficult or awful that it's going to be unfeasible. Possible, but unfeasible. So that's, yeah, it can cause some very, very real issues. And the reason I make that distinction is because some people like to be persnickety about that and say, well, technically you can run around for 7 hours to fix your build. But in some cases, that's not even an option, because usually in games where you can build yourself in a corner, enemies tend to, in some way or another, scale with you. So by the time you've discovered that you've built yourself in a corner, it sucks to be you. Including Skyrim. But yeah, screw that noise. Exactly, Alex. So, a game in which you can build yourself in a corner, Skyrim absolutely is. That's the worst structured sentence I've ever said, so let's try that again. Skyrim is a game where you can build yourself into a corner. You can make it so that you effectively, feasibly cannot progress, even though you technically can progress. And it would literally be better to just start the game over. And Skyrim is not alone in that, obviously. It's just an example that most people are probably aware of. It's also not the worst example of that out there. Yeah, in Skyrim you have the console command, which can actually fix a lot of these problems. Whether it gets points for that or not is debatable, but it is at least an option. Some of those games have nothing. So I need to... What am I doing? Call out. Yes. I call out. It's you! There isn't a creature in the jungle which has not heard you coming. Good thing you're not a hunter. I have found so much glory, Cashel. Hi. So you've paid the cow people bride price for me, but I'm not your wife. You cannot buy me. Do you think you would win me with a gift? I am Jahari. I will choose my own husband when I want one. Cool, but I got this gift for you. Thank you, but I'm not allowed to touch the Drum of Magic. You should keep it. We will go to the village together. This way, when you give the Drum of Magic to my father, you can speak peace, and he will listen. Oh, no, you don't. Get back here and help me figure out what to do. Okay, what? You are one strange man, you know. Why you want peace for my people, but don't even know my people, I don't understand. I mean, exactly, Shadow Machine. Still, I think I trust you. The people of magic, my people, do not trust outsiders. They will be very mad that I bring you here. My father will be furious. That's true with every girl I go home with. You will have to prove yourself before a people of magic will listen to you. A show of the big magic or a gift of the drum will make them listen. Still, you are lucky they do not kill you on sight. They may yet. They will kill that Yesifu fellow for sure. They know he's an enemy. If Yesifu had hair and skin like you, my people would not kill him right off. First they laugh very hard when they see him. Then they kill him. Maybe they kill you too. I'll try to save you. Thanks. So she says she has no interest in us romantically, right? You need to be very quiet. Talk all the time. What? You need to be very quiet. Talk all the time. You do not want my people to see you before I talk about you, or you will be one dead man. You can see my village from here. It will be dark soon, and we can watch the people do the change ritual. No outsiders are allowed to see it and live, so do not tell anyone what you will see here. You say you are good at sneaking in and out of places. You better be very good if you think you can get the Spear of Death from my village. Well, I'm supposed to talk to you about romance. All you can do is talk about it? What? I needed that. The time has come for the change ritual. Come quietly and we will do a secret looking position. I know about where we can watch. Yeah, all I can do is talk about it. Smooch! Worst smooching sound effect ever. Oh wow. Yeah, we gotta pass the time somehow. I mean... Jeez. Okay, we're not gonna go crude. Alright, okay, so Elizar had a question here. Can an RTS be too hard to win, or if you want to win, it's going to take long hours? Many fan-made work and maps can be cheats, and sometimes it's not good to say. Well, first of all, never listen to idiots. That's my first piece of advice there. This is magic we're watching right now. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, they're alive. They're alive. But second of all, yeah, no, it's extremely easy to especially in RTS days, to design a map that is feasibly impossible, even if it is technically possible. And all I have to say about that is virtually every map at a certain point in time onwards in Warcraft 2. Ironically, the term build yourself in a corner, the first time I heard that term was actually in RTSs, not in RPGs. And it was specifically in reference to Warcraft 2 and Red Alert. So there's a black leopard. He's trained to eat strangers, always very hungry. You'll need to be very careful or he will attack you. Okay, what am I doing here? So I need to use the grapple somewhere. Hello? Okay. Grapple. Yeah, where you literally build yourself in a corner. That's where the phrase, for me, is where I was introduced it to. So let's go down to Aardvark here. Very important save. Okay, so now we have gotten that going, and now we there's some meat down. Enjoy some food. Just all of them, Malkor. Just all of them. Alright, okay, so we need to be sneaking now. This is it. The other sneak check in the game. Just picture the Doom music. Just picture the Doom music. You know what? I've got Doom music now. I've actually downloaded it finally. Oh my god. Okay. Well, there's the spear. Oh. So we've got some fruit, which we bought a very long time ago. Have some fruit, hungry monkey. Alright, and then, we free the monkey. Be free, monkey. And then we take this... Oh, hang on. No, screw it. We're fine. We've got 200 stealth. And we're out. God, this game is just... Hurry up, the guards will see you any minute now. I'm coming. Jeez. You camp out for the rest of the night and next day, and then Jahari takes you back to the village. Jahari, why have you brought this outside to our village? Did you not just hear me talk about Warcraft 2, Eleazar? This outsider has an important is a very important person. Don't know if I agree with that. He has very important things to say. You have no right to bring this outsider to our village. Outsiders are our enemy, and he should be destroyed. He is not our enemy. You must listen to him. Okay, hero. Show my father why I brought you here. And then we kiss her right in front of him. Actually, funnily enough, there are different things you can do here, but we are just going to give him the drum. That guy. There we go. Behold the drum of magic. It's so drummy. A stranger once came to Simbani. The stranger spoke of peace. There can be no peace, said the Simbani. The stranger came back to Simbani. He spoke of peace again. There can be no peace while there is an enemy, said the Simbani. That's an interesting way to put that. Stranger went to the enemy, then the stranger came back to the Simbani. Come forward, stranger. Show us your symbol of peace. Behold the Simbani spear of death. Behold, the stranger has brought the Simbani the promise of peace. Now the Simbani can speak again in Tarna. Now the Simbani can speak again the words of peace. You travel with Rakesh back to Tarna by way of the magic portal. The next few days are spent arranging a peace conference between the Simbani and the Leopardmen in the Hall of Judgment. At last, the day of the peace conference arrives. Now for everything to go completely sideways. You've been watching the conference for some time as they introduce everyone. It's been rather boring. Yeah, we did it! We beat the game! Mission accomplished. Ignore the constant talk about demons the entire game. The Council of Judgment of the land of Tarna now calls forth Laibon of the Simbani to speak before us. I, Laibon of the Simbani, am speaking before you as leader of my people. The Simbani and Leopardmen have always been enemies. Leopardmen steal our cattle by night. They use magic against our words. They are sneaky and not to be trusted. Leopardmen stole from the Simbani the spear of death. You begin to sense danger. Something's not right. I feel something terrible is about to happen. Okay. My friend, cannot you see the sign of the demon leaving? The body of the Leopardman leader? King Raja is furious at these actions. This is terrible. My friend, you must leave Tarna immediately before Raja declares a state of war and the gates of Tarna are shut. Seek out the demons in the Lost City, and I will join you if I can. Go, quickly! Run! Alright, so both leaders are dead and were possessed by demons. Cool. This is a net positive outcome, I think, overall. I am exhausted from lack of sleep. Yeah, that's because I haven't been stealthing in combat. Obviously! No, I will be back. We just stole the thing. Whoa, okay. Wait. Oh god, run! Run! You know, I wish Benny Hill music wasn't so copywronged, or else I would totally play it right now. Oh, the village is closed? Ah, whatever. Screw you, village. Stomp, stomp, stomp. I stomp all over you. Hello, Manu. I am not reading that out loud. But yes, I will go with you. Monkey Village, good place. Come see Monkey Village. Man-friend like good Monkey Village. Manu very happy with man-friend. Okay, I agree. Let's do it. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. Listen, I can do a monkey voice, but I don't think I have it in me right now. It's a holly jolly Christmas. Actually, what's the worst Christmas song? I think it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas for me. I don't know, what do you guys think? What's the worst Christmas song? Don't they play at shopping malls? Well, yeah. Manny teach you. You be monkey man. You be hero of the monkeys. Oh, parumpa pum pum. Yeah. The Little Drummer Boy, I think, is that one. Oh god, baby, it's cold outside. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. All the way home, I'll be warm. It's a bad song in addition to the lyrics. Oh god. I think we can all agree. Can we all? Some of us, you know, like pancakes. Some of us like waffles. Some of us prefer baseball. Some of us prefer a real sport. Some people like rock and some people like country. Can we all agree, all of us, as one species, as one people, agree that Christmas songs suck? Can we all come together on this one point and just be like, you know, when I take over the world, I vow to destroy Christmas songs. Oh, hang on. Giga Pudding has joined the resistance. You know what that means, Giga Pudding. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got her. We got her. I was gonna do something. Ah, well, whatever. Oh, hey, the climbing skill. For, I believe, the only time in this particular game. It's okay, we raised it last time. Or last time, I don't actually remember. Okay, hang on. Alright, hang on. I'll bring you back, Giga Pudding. Give me a second. I gotta figure out how to chat in this. I don't use the chat program all that often. Squeak, as they say. There you go, Giga Pudding. Rise! There is one Christmas song I like. I just realized it. I don't actually know what it's called. Hang on. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Apparently it's Carol of the Bells. That's interesting. I stand by that, though. Like, I'm not going to play any because it's probably super copy wrong, but Carol of the Bells is a song that I've heard so many times in, like, this epic... I don't know what else to call it. This Final Fantasy-esque tone, right? Hell, I think I've done accordance on Carol of the Bells, now that I'm thinking about that. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting off topic. Let's just push through this. All right, so we're up with the monkeys. Yay! Yeah, no, it's so easy to turn it into an ominous sounding song. And it works, in my opinion. My opinion, it works. Ding dong, ding dong. Like, it's so easy to turn it into this wonderful epic arrangement. Anyways, are you Manu? Which of you are Manu? Are you Manu? All monkeys look the same to me. What can I say? Alright. Hey, tell me about the demons. You talk very bad things with big claws and bad breath. No, very bad things here. Far, far away. Bad things near big rock water that falls down. No very bad things here. You got this, Alex. Big rock water that falls down, long time ago. Monkeys know the way. Monkeys know the secret way to pass it. Yes, because we actually... So I didn't actually show this off, but if you try to cross the waterfall, you literally can't. Unless you have infinite power. Or I think you can glitch your way across. But even the speedrun specifically gets the monkeys to show them the way across, so... Monkey was very curious in kissing the demon, Chester Copperpot. City not lost, city very far away. City have lions with man's body. City and small plants with no trees. You know lose city. You find monkey village. Village home for man friend. Tell me about the lost city. Tell me about the lost city. Never stop telling me about the lost city. Tell me about the lost city. No go. No go. Bad city. Bad city. Very bad for man friend. Very, very bad things. Eat man friend. But I really need to go. Bad place. Very many bad things. Manu not go, city. Man friend not go, bad place. What? It's the talk cursor, Giga Pudding. I mean, isn't that how you talk? You go... Boom, 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 boom. Bad place, lost city. Maybe we go back? No? You see very bad place, then we go home? I mean, yeah. By the way, we're actually approaching the outro, so if you haven't gotten your guess in, this is a good time to do so. The score on the HUD is mostly accurate. Place of big water. Monkeys remember a place to cross. Many bad things on the other side. Go home now. A la monkey cross. You cross. You very big. You don't jump a good. How do you cross them? Well, I'm going to use my infinite power of being a thief. Hold up, what? I missed that. How did we die? Also, I love Eurus timing. I love one of them. So relaxing. I love our move animation. All right, let's try that again. Apparently, you have to click the... Okay, sure, whatever. There, click the rope. There you go. You recover the rope in magical grapple. Okay, we're there. Yay! Very bad thing. Run! I run. Okay, wait, quick. Up, down, left, or right. I guess we just wait. It's left! It was left. Run. Run. Giga chose up. Giga would have gotten us killed. Just realized the sound's a little too low. You got away this time. Okay. Onwards! Okay, so this is the last dungeon. The Lost City. You know what I miss most about waterfalls? Jumping over them. There's this place back in California, I don't remember where they had a setup where there was a natural waterfall and they kind of hollowed out the space where it led into, so it was a pool, and you could just swim in the pool, of course. But if you wanted, you could actually go up and jump or slide down the waterfall into the pool. It was a lot of fun. Final dungeon time. You have a slight sense of danger somewhere nearby. Bad city here. We go now. Bad place. Bad things. You not get in bad city. You not find secret door. Only monkey knows. Manu not tell secret. Manu not let bad things get man friend. We go now. This is it. The final dungeon of ultimate destiny. It's time to bring peace to this land. No matter the cost. So where's the secret door? Monkey knows where secret door hides. Look for man with jackal head. Put eye that glows in head, and door opens. Oh, well, thank you. Eye that glows fits right in head. That's too much, Zalok. It's too much. Comes from head, fits in head. Monkeys get into city all the time with an eye that glows. Man friend use eye that glows to open secret door. Jackal head. Glowing eyes. Cool. Bad things all around bad city. Bad things all in bad city. Very bad. Bad things eat man friend. Little man who's sad. Sold, flag hand. Manu not happy. Manu very sad. Man friend go to bad city. Be eaten. Manu not see man friend again. Manu cry. Awfully presumptive. Of course, he doesn't know we have the power of save states. Many long time ago, monkeys live here. Monkeys remember. Monkeys know all about bad city. Monkeys know secret door into city. Okay, so. I have a slight problem here. As I say, Manu no honor. Manu have much honor. Manu not happy. Honor get man friend dead. Yeah, we don't have the fire opal. We're supposed to. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. We figured it out. We figured out we have all the power. I'm curious why the walkthrough says, use the fire opal there. If you don't have the fire opal yet, how else would we get it? Evil person. Okay, so we gotta hurry here. Game. Whoa. Are you seeing this? That's new. Okay, it's done. Stop being weird. Do I have fetch? That's a good question. Detect magic, zap, flame dart. The only thing I've been leveling. Is that 171? I'm feeling better, Valerian. I do apologize for my ire earlier to everybody. And just... God, that pissed me off so hard. Not time loss. The game. The game pissed me off. All right. Okay. I think, so if you don't set it, Yura, then it randomizes you. Okay. There's the statue. It seems to have something glowing in its eye. Yep, okay. Let me up there? I don't know what to do. Like, I looked at the statue, then I'm supposed to use the magic grapnel and climb up to it. As you can see, these stairs are not interactable. It seems to have something glowing in its eye. Yep, I know it's there. Hang on, let's try. I just had a thought. Nope, can't use the other staircase either. Ping to use Space Cadet. Alright, so, hang on. It's okay, I've got a solution. We're going to look up the speedrun of this game, which is the Thief speedrun, of course. We're going to figure out what he did. And that'll give us all the answers that we ever wanted. Oh, I'm sure it is. That's why I'm just going to look it up. Time lost. So for Quest for Glory 3, the Thief category's best time is 8 minutes and 15 seconds. Wizard is 15 minutes and 10 seconds. Fighter is 11 minutes 22 seconds. Paladin is 15 minutes 16 seconds. All of those are any percent. Not many people run 100%. Fighter is 43 minutes and 40 seconds. Wizard is 29 minutes and 9 seconds, and Thief is 27 minutes and 1 second. Oh, and Paladin is 36 minutes and 55 seconds. But anyways, so, Thief. Watch, immediately mute. Skip ahead. Oh, I'm already past myself. There's the Demon of Doom. Wow, that was quick. Okay, so... What? Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. Apparently we didn't need that at all, and now we wait for him. Ping to you, paranoid android. Apparently everything's lying to me. The walkthrough said, use the magic grapnel. Alright. Anyways, give me that. And down we go. And then we use the opal that we definitely have over here. Then we get the heck out of here quickly. This gets real boring, you know, Frack. All we ever do is guard the door. Big deal. Nobody can get up to this door for us to beat up. Boring. All the other guys get to beat up the apes, but us. We gotta guard the door. We never get no fun. Sucks. I wanted something to get beat up and bite the head off of. Is that too much to ask before I ask you? Alright, so save. You're filled with a sense of danger and a definite hint of demonic presence. Really? The demon's right in front of me. Might be a tip-off. The fighter kills these guys. The wizard calms these guys. The thief goes over here. I'm gonna laugh if we failed the stealth check after all that nonsense. Looks like no, though. We're okay. That sound like a noise to you? That sound like a noise to me. No one can make a noise like that. A mouse? Nah, we ate all the mouses. A prisoner? Now she doesn't snarl if we rough her up. The door? Nah, we're guarding the door. I give up. What do you say we look? Well, what do you know? It was the door. Looky, I got a human to crush, kill, and destroy. You go get the guys while I get the guts. Well. Might as well level my magic while I'm here. Alright, so anyways. You're not a demon. Who are you? How did you get in here? My name is Rashika Darkrish. I am a warrior of Tarna. You must be a powerful warrior yourself to have made it here. A little bit, yeah. Demons enter this world through a gate at the top of this tower. If we can destroy the world gate, we can defeat the demons. Greetings, human. My master sends his regrets, but he's too busy to speak with you now. I have taken over the body of this creature. All harm done to me will harm her. But she is the daughter of my master's enemy, Rakish. Now I shall destroy you, and you shall destroy her. I shall win both ways. Okay, well, that's cool. Hey, I've got a dispel potion. One dispel potion. How did you... I could have just teleported here all along. Ah! It's Thief Guy. Holy crap. And Rakrish. Rashika. By the power within and without me, be healed. I could have done that. I'm a paladin, technically. Krisha opened a portal as soon as she could locate my friend here. We came as soon as we could. Your friend, young Prince of Shapir, did not want you to face the danger alone. Hey, don't look at me. I'm no hero. I just came because I didn't want to stay in Tarna. I ain't fighting no demons. Prophecy I had from the Temple of Sekhmet said 5 from different lives will stand beside each other to face the darkness. Rashika, will you fight at the side of the Prince of Shapir? Of course, Rakish, my father. I am sorry, my friend, for if Harami does not stand by your side, I fear the prophecy cannot be fulfilled. No way. No way I face a demon. Then I guess, my friend, you will need to face the demons with only 4 different friends. Uhura and I will stay here to stand off the demons that are trying to follow you. Manu! Manu here. Manu come. Help Manfriend. Not let bad things get Manfriend. Prophecy is fulfilled, for 4 different friends now follow where the hero leads. Monkey? That's supposed to fight demons? Give me a break. How's a monkey supposed to help? Manu very brave. Manu fight bad things. Manu help Manfriend. Harami never reject the offer of friendship and help. Manu has great courage and loyalty, and with that he will aid our friend well. The way you must all go lies through a blocked door. I sense powerful demonic magic behind there, so be careful. By the power within and without, that door shall open! Go quickly, the demons are trying to get in here. Uhura and I will fight them off. Alright. I have a strong sense of danger. This is it. Oh no, it's evil versions of ourselves. Why does that one... Oh, whatever. Oh god, it's even eviler versions of ourselves. I mean, that one was blue. And there's a lot of glass around here, apparently. Ugh. Ugh. I've played FF4. Ugh. I wonder if I can level my magic while I'm here. I probably shouldn't. What the heck is Heroine's Quest? Harami! I'll fight this monster. You gotta run! These things can't really be defeated until you take out the demon wizard. So be like a hero. Save the day. Now scram! Take these pills I borrowed. Sneak, 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 sneak. If it's on the list, I believe you. Or... Our plan worked, Lord. Even now, the enemy of Rakish is in disgrace, and the Lion Tower warriors march out from Tana. The Simbani idiots and the Leopardman fools will avenge their murdered leaders, and they'll all blame Rakish, and in so doing not dreaming it is our doing, yes. My armies of demons and ape-men stand ready and waiting to attack the warring Lion Tower, Simbani, and Leopardman when they are at their weakest. With the magic released from the death of so many beings, I can open the gate once more and allow you to enter this world, my lord. Hurry, I grow impatient to again taste the power of killing things. The orb is still weak from the amount of energy it took to possess the Leopardman chief before the peace conference. It took great skill to kill the Simbani Liabon without anybody realizing the Leopardman chief was possessed. Nice mouth, by the way. Fool! Restore the orb's power. Not a good boss, this dude. Yes, my lord, I will start the ritual right away. This is it. This is the final battle of ultimate destiny. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Thank you, Dr. Winter. I will jot that down for Heroine's Quest. And I need to type this in real quick. Lock down the guessing sheet. There we go. Okay, that's locked down. So I'm not actually sure what to do here. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We're good. We're good. Because we've got a walkthrough. Alright, so we're supposed to sneak to the back pillar, Okay, so let's sneak back here. Then climb up it. Then we use the grapple. No, the grapple. Oh my god, game. Okay. Then we finagle across. Look above you, fool! That meddling human is going right over your head. So have you escaped from my trap? Perhaps destroying you will be more interesting than I thought. You think about my wrath. Let's see how high you can walk without that rope. Go, go, move. Stop using the wrong icon. There we go. Go. Holy crap. Now I have you. Prepare to die, worm. Not now. Not likely. For now, it's time for you to face my ultimate weapon. The thing I've used for everything in the entire game. Your last remaining grapnel finds its mark. The demon wizard emits an unearthly wail as the magic grapnel embeds itself deeply into the creature's inhuman flesh. I mean, if you think about it, a hook shot would hurt like hell if you actually hooked a person with it. You sense the immediate presence of danger. Manfred, Manfred, happy you came back. Manfred came back. Nice orb. You made it, huh? The demons were drawn back into their own world when you closed off the world gate. This land and all its people are safe thanks to you. I not be knowing how much longer Rakish and I hold off the demons. A good fight. Much better than over. You're a good man to be fighting at my side, friend. Now my people and the cow people will have peace because of you. I'll name Yusufu's son for you. What? You said you wanted to marry me. I accept. That's sudden. It's an honor to meet and serve you, friend. Manfred, very brave. You did good, kid. Oh no! This is dark magic. Time gained. What? That's rather sudden. The end. Like, that's not even an ending. So our pick locks went up for some reason. Hey, our magic is up to 83. We got a 446. Not terrible. Next time on Quest for Glory 4. No. The end. Hang on, I got a little bit of whiplash. That was really sudden. Like, I get it, but woo! Okay. Well, in that case... It's a good question, Zalog. Telltale games are different, though, because we review the entirety of a Telltale game as one bundle. Although those get a negative for something else. Hey, it's me! I didn't know I was in this game. Okay. But a cliffhanger doesn't necessarily get a negative, it's just, that was... loud. Yeah, that's what programming feels like. Hashtag relatable. Yeah, ironically, I don't think we've ever given a plus or a negative for a cliffhanger itself, but we have given pluses and negatives for the follow-through of cliffhangers. Or I'm going to refer to as the obvious reason. Yeah, exactly. The cliffhanger isn't really the relevant point there. Yeah, I want to see the guy they rotoscoped or whatever to do. I mean, honestly, Crazy Nurse, that wouldn't even surprise me. Is it looping? Are the credits looping? Okay. So anyways, we beat the demons and the demon lord, and the demon wizard, and the demon prince, and the demon parfait. Oh, too loud, sorry. I did, Zolo? What's the song? Wait, there's gonna be voice acting in 4? Those. Alright. Let me pull up the audit here. No, this is going to sound very strange. Obviously, these games have pissed me off to some extent or another. Mostly this one. I knew about the Jennifer Hale thing. Although, for some reason, I thought that was 5, not 4. But I did know Jennifer Hale's first voice acting gig was in a Quest for Glory game. Obviously, this game has pissed me off, and I'm not going to hide that, and I'm not going to deny that. But I don't actually regret viewing it. If that makes any kind of sense at all. It's interesting historically to look back at gaming history like this, because as I was talking about Saturday, point-and-click adventures actually were the... I don't want to say the floorboards, but they were some of the bricks that led to a lot of other game genres being built out of them. And you can kind of see how some people would look at some of the ideas and say, let's take that. Or let's go with that thing, you know? It's just fascinating. What's really interesting is that this game itself is already a... it's already a progression of that exact game design thing. I mean, this is early 90s at this point. We're past the really bad early point-and-click adventure games, which are terrible. This is at the point where point-and-click adventure games have already become like a staple household thing. Yeah, exactly, Crazy Horse. I'm not sure I'd recommend playing these games, but if you're interested, I do recommend going and giving them a shot. Like I said, it is fascinating to discuss and to analyze. Yeah, early King's Quest. Oh my god. So, some of you may think we're being exaggerative. One moment. I want to make a point really quick here. Because I was telling this to my niece just last night. Because she was asking, what's a point-and-click adventure game, and I was describing it to her. And then we had some fun making fun of some of the more ridiculous puzzles out there. One second. There we go. This is King's Quest 1. I didn't actually mean to play this song. You get Mega Man music now. Now, I try not to be harsh about graphics, but this looks terrible. This looked terrible, and it still looks terrible. I get it. I understand why it looks that way. It still looks terrible. It's something I've talked about a lot, because I've said before that there are NES games that look legitimately good now. But the problem is most of those are late NES games, when they figured out how to use the hardware and how to design the graphics. As opposed to... well... I guess the real challenge for me... one of these days I should do that. I should try to come up with the oldest game that I still think looks good today. Because it's probably somewhere in the mid-80s, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. That is actually a remix for Mega Man 3. I need to do some stuff with it to make it longer than 1 minute. Because I love that mix. Pong just... see, Pong doesn't just look good. Pong looks sexy. Castlevania 1? I can see that. And so actually, this is funny because I was going back through this. I would say in terms of the Mega Man games, Mega Man 2 still doesn't look great, but at least it's the beginnings of looking good. I would say by Mega Man 3, the game started to look actually decent, whenever that came out. Apparently it would be 1990, his Mega Man 3, so that's pretty far in, all things considered. Oh, it's a great mix, Spartan. I suppose Phantasy Star 1 didn't look too bad. When did that come out? '87. So there you go. I can point to an '87 game I think looks good. It's the beginnings of good, but it's still good. Actually, I guess I should say okay. It looks okay. Mario Brothers 2 I would agree with. So when did that come out? I love the Surviving Mars soundtrack. Unabashedly, unashamedly. 88. Well, honestly, I would say Mario Brothers 2 looks better than Phantasy Star 2, so let's go ahead and say 88. So that's the earliest we've gotten so far. Late 80s. Can we come up with a game before 88 that looks good and not merely acceptable? Zelda 2 doesn't look good. We could count arcade games. Let's see, why not? See, I think Zelda 2 looks better than Zelda 1, but I would still see Zelda 1 doesn't look great. Dragon's Lair is drawn, and that, as you say, is cheating. I don't think that counts. It's like saying Command & Conquer has the best graphics because it has actual people in outfits. So when was Castlevania 1? Because we're still at 88 for Mario Brothers 2. Although, I'd have to actually really look at Castlevania 1. Dragon Quest 2? No. FF1? No. Simon's Quest? Oh, 86 for Castlevania 1. Wow, that's actually impressive. I mean, this screen is actually pretty good, weirdly enough. I don't know, what do y'all think? Contra's okay. Yeah, see, Contra varies a little bit. Paperboy, God, Paperboy looks terrible. Still looks better than Secret of the Stars, though. I mean, that's a valid question. Let me use direct example. This will actually literally only take me a few seconds. Give me a second. I'll use Mega Man because I know Mega Man. Give me a second. Oh, you don't have it on screen, do you? There we go. So, there's that, right? That's not actually good. It's like before good. It's not bad, but it's fairly basic. And it becomes even more so once you get into areas where you can see more of the repeating patterns on display. Like here. This isn't great, right? Now, to compare and contrast, let's skip ahead in this very franchise's history a bunch. In another game that I'm pretty familiar with. So same general style of area. Actually, no, I should have done. Hang on. So, immediately compare and contrast Woodman's stage to Napalm's Man. And look at the immediate difference there. Like, I don't even need to go down that piece by piece, do I? Honestly, I find a lot of sprite art fascinating in general. Really talented people have made some very good-looking stuff over the years. Oh, yes, look. Absolutely. I'm still doing the odd in the background, I swear. But you know me, I'm a history geek and I'm a video game geek, so the two just kind of dovetail nicely. I think you're right, Prisoners. Because every game I was just thinking of that has what I would call actually good 8-bit or pixel graphics is actually early 90s. You know, a good 5 years after I thought it was going to be. Hey, I'm doing it, Zalok. I'm doing it. I may not be enjoying the games, but it is... I am enjoying the streaming of the games, if that makes any kind of sense. I mean, Secret of the Stars was a crap game, but still an interesting stream, right? What I find most fascinating is how they keep kind of changing their minds on exactly how much variability in puzzle design they go with. Bubble Bobble, I would not say has good graphics. Do you remember what Bubble Bobble looks like? Because, you know what I love is we're all picking out NES games and not, you know, PC games, because PC games in this era looked like ass. This is what Bubble Bobble looked like. Bubble Bobble is actually a good example of why we differentiate sprite work and brickwork. Because he himself, I actually can't remember his name, the guy I'm playing here, is not bad. He's only got a few frames of animation, but there's a couple little touches there that make him nice. Like the eyes actually go up and down depending on your current momentum. It's a nice little touch. But then you've got the brickwork, which is the candy cane lines of death. I mean, you show me an Atari-era game that was good, and I will show you a liar, Shaludo. Because they all sucked. Hang on. I'm curious on one other thing here. Because I believe Castlevania 3 just looks good. Just straight up good. I mean, it already looks better than Castlevania 1 on the first screen. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Much more thought and detail. Better color usage. Better variety in the tiling. I mean, I've seen better, but that's pretty decent right there. Where was I at? Sound design. Metroid 1 does not look great. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. I'll show you. '70s Kirawai noise. Yeah, a lot of NES games suffer the problem of just using nice big arrays of black in a bad way. But proper usage of black actually works quite well. In other words, when I say black, what I mean is nothing's there. There's actually literally nothing being rendered there. But some of the later NES games started using that black space, the non-render space, as a part of the design, a part of the level, and doing something with it. It was pretty cool. Not all of them. Honestly, a lot of my least favorite NES games are ones that don't use the black well at all. So it just looks like a big empty black screen. And it falls back to that problem we talked about in Spyro 3, the difference between a game that has, you know, some kind of visuals that make you feel like you're playing something, and then there's games where you're just playing a video game. I had a whole speech about that during the Spyro run, which nobody's ever going to see because it's in the middle of Spyro, but damn it, that's what the frickin' highlight reel's for. What do you want from me? Now, hang on, someone asked me to show off Metroid really quick here. Just kind of chilling a little bit while my headache slowly decides to get worse. So this is probably the best looking screen on Metroid, which is funny because it's the title screen, 86 here. But the game looks like this. It's it's not great. I'm gonna level with you. This is pretty much what the whole game looks like, by the way. Like, you have seen what Metroid looks like. There's some slight variation on the color, and some tiny variation on some of the specific bricks, but I've seen worse too, but I would not call this good. Yeah, by the way, so Samus's run animation there, some of you may or may not know, I actually decided to use a model of Samus Aran for T'Pol for the Enterprise rewrites, because it just felt like it fit. Problem is, this is the worst running animation in the history of the universe. Getting this to look even when I accurately emulated it on the screen, it looked wrong because the actual emulation, or sorry, the animation looks wrong. It's terrible. Look at that. Just God. Anyways, all right, we're done. We're done. There's an interesting question. What's the worst looking NES game? Other than Top Gun, obviously. Actually, here's another good looking one. This is 92 at this point. We're going to be the best turtle, obviously. Oh, God, yeah. Another World. I've actually done a video on Another World. Fascinating game to discuss. Fascinating game to look at, historically speaking. Ridiculously ahead of its time. Like, literally inventing new technologies ahead of its time. Now, it sucks. It's a game that would get a lot of negatives if we were to review it. But it is, nevertheless, a fascinating bit of gaming history. Yeah, it's literally... It's kind of structured like a point-and-click adventure game. Because there's one path to success, you know, like this... What's the old Sierra motto? One path to success, dozens of ways to fail, I think is how it was phrased. Yeah, that's Another World. Oh, you took too long on this. Death. Oh, you did this wrong. Death. Hell yeah, Star Wars. All day, all the time. Whoops, I forgot to get that positive. You sneezed. Death. Sorry, Flygan, I had to kill your STO because you didn't do it at the right time. Death! Ahem. I'm going to give a plus to replayability to 3 for essentially the same reason 2 got one. How do you get past the swimming part? Well, we're not playing that game, so we're good. This is the third one, not the first one. So, do you think the game did any good presenting tribal disputes? I have done a little bit of limited looking into African war history, especially around the time of the Crushing, which I even referenced earlier. And one of the things that really struck me about it was their approach to warfare was extraordinarily simple. Kind of by design. A lot of the tribes, and this is all oral tradition, so who knows how truthful this is, but a lot of the tribes would be cool. Everything's cool. We're all cool. Everyone's cool. Oh, you did something wrong. Death. Okay, that's been resolved. We're cool. And that was actually a thing that existed for a surprisingly large period of time. Obviously, they developed out of that and eventually got to the point of, you know, politicking. But it's interesting because that's kind of the direction they were approaching it here. It's just in this case, the did something wrong was actually literally being done by an external power, the demons. Demons were like, death. And they were like, ah! I mean, they had something called the Spear of Death, for God's sakes. Nevertheless, I did give a plus to plot, if that makes you feel any better, Zalok. However, I'm looking at my notes here, and... yeah, no kidding. The more I look at them, the more I feel like I agree with my approach, because I did like the plot more than the previous games, by a decent chunk, actually. But I feel it overall fails at several other aspects of the narrative, which is a bit of a shame. So I think it's actually going to score a little bit worse on the narrative axis than the other games. Yes, that's the replay plus, Dr. Winter. Because that is effectively where that lies. Let's do a little math. I will say this, make of this what you will. I think the choice to just use a walkthrough was absolutely the correct choice. It's not going to change the backtracking negative I already gave. All it's going to do is make the stream worse by forcing us to do the backtracking I knew would exist, if not for the fact that it's a walkthrough. It's one of the reasons why walkthroughs do not actually count as cheating, as we've discussed several times before. Whoops. It didn't save it, did it? Shoot. No, it didn't. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Okay. Where's Quest for Glory? Here we go. I know, right, Crazy Horse? As a consequence, it also made this game a lot shorter to go through than the previous Quest 4s. In fact, I believe this is our shortest Quest 4 game total. And I am correct. Yeah, exactly, Blade Jabal. There was a push from certain viewers, and I'm going to say it that way to be nice, towards calling several things cheating. You know how we put up the cheat flag to indicate stuff like that? And I kind of let them go a little bit too far with that, and we're not doing that anymore. Because as you say, replaying a game would be cheating. No, I'll probably start 4 early. I might pause a little bit to rest my eyes because of my headache, but we'll get some stuff done. Okay, so can someone do me a huge favor, please, and look up 3 dates? I just need the years, really. I need to know when the VGA remake of 1 came out, when the fan remake of 2 came out, and when 3 came out, please. While I get some numbers crunching going here. Yeah, it tracks. Okay, so VGA of 1 was 92. 3 was 92. Do we know when the fan make of 2 came out? The fan remake? Surely Zalok knows the answer to this question. 2008. Okay. That'll be relevant in a second. So, as you can see, we have a net story score of 6. Now, I know that's lower than the previous 2 games, and I stand by that, but I'll talk about why in a minute. That weirds me out a little bit, but I kind of get that. Anyways, that gives us a story per hour ratio of 0.95, which is actually not too shabby, and a story... Why do I keep saying story ratio? Story density! God, Lore, get it right. Story density of 0.95 and a story ratio of 80%, and that's the problem. This game actually got some story negatives, which is the first one to get story negatives. Then we move on to the gameplay side. On the gameplay, we're at negative 14. Not actually as bad as the second game, which I stand behind in several ways, actually. That is a density of 2.22 negatives per hour. and a gameplay ratio of 11.11%, which if you're paying attention is not quite as bad as Quest for Glory 2. All of this gives us a golden number of, drumroll please, negative 4.77. Now, I looked at that, and I'm staring at that, and I'm debating some things. But the more I look at it, the more I think, that sounds about right. So, two things I want to address here in the little final run out, and then I'll figure out who won. Actually, I should probably figure out who won first. Hang on, let's pull up the guessing game. So it's 4.77. Oh, nobody put in any guesses for this one. Jeez Louise. Looks like the winner is Zlartek. Again. Okay. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so now back to the highlight reel. Final thoughts. There's two big things I wanted to talk about. One is 3 started off better and stronger than the previous 2 games, I think. It's got a good setup, it's got a good premise, it's got good characters, it's got good world building, it's got good moments. Overall, I was much more engaged with the story early. And that's one of the reasons why I had that vague mental image of enjoying the story the most of 3. It's because it started so strong, but it never really went anywhere. They never really did anything with it. And there was a certain point in time in which they just kind of started going with regards to the pacing and the presentation. Like, the big moment where all your friends come together to help you at the end should have been a cool moment, and it wasn't, because it comes out of absolutely nowhere and is arguably a plot hole. Like, they just teleport in to the second to last screen of the final dungeon, like, hey, we're here to help. And it's like, okay. And then you go fight the mirrors. Why are you fighting these mirrors? What do these have to do with anything? And then you go off to fight the final boss, who's summoning, the evil ancient of ancient evil. Go through one of the usual do anything wrong and you die moments, which is typical at that point. And then the story ends. That's ignoring the fact that this whole rushed, let's get on with it thing actually starts even before this. Pretty much the moment that we start the peace conference, you'll notice that a huge number of things were condensed down to raw text, right? Just text, nothing else. Not even an attempt to show a cutscene. And then when we actually see a cutscene, it's so brief and badly storyboarded and badly animated that I wasn't 100% sure what was even happening at the time. Because the whole thing is just, it happened. Okay, and it's done. Okay, and we're done. Like, it was just go, 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 go. The whole thing felt like they were just phoning it in until they could get to the outro and get to the necessary step of being ready for Quest for Glory 4. Exactly, Zalok. And that's my point. I feel like if the level of care and polish the first part of the game got was still present in the last game, this game would have a substantially larger story score than the previous 2. But it doesn't. Now, gameplay-wise, it actually wasn't quite that bad, despite the severe aggravations I had. But as I've said before, being pissed at a game is not confluence for a negative. If that was true, I would change the system drastically. Granted, these are subjective reviews and always will be, but I do always strive to be fair, and that's different. However, the other thing I want to talk about is the unique path we've been going, because we played a game from 92, and then from 2008, and then from 92. And it shows. I don't know the exact timing on development here, but the first game was honestly one of the more polished in terms of just the mechanisms of the game. The second game obviously had some modern quality of life features, but then had some really weird gameplay decisions. And then the third game, the one we just played, felt the roughest. It felt the most like playing an old game. Probably because we're just straight up playing the original. No bells and whistles whatsoever. And I think that affects the overall score, too. And I just wanted to mention that, because as always, the specific version of a game we play matters, because of little things like this. I do think they probably did the best that they could with trying to shove a third game in between what was supposed to be 2 and 4, or rather 2 and 3. Just slamming it in there to try and make this kind of thing happen. I'm with that. And I do think they succeeded more than they failed. And I would still even recommend someone play through this. Just level your stealth first. But at the end of the day, I feel like they needed to commit more to something like this. And we'll see if they do next time in Quest for Glory 4.